Sitting Bull, the unbreakable spirit who defeated Custer. On the sweeping grasslands of the northern plains, where the sky seems endless and the wind carries the voices of ancestors, a name still resonates with power and pride. Sitting Bull. Born around 1831 near the Grand River in what is now South Dakota, Tatanka Iyotake, known to history as Sitting Bull, was destined for leadership. Even as a boy, he showed courage and determination beyond his years. At just 14, he joined his first war party, earning respect among the Hunkpapa Lakota for his bravery and skill. As the years passed, the Great Plains became a battleground. White settlers pushed westward, threatening the lands, bison, and lifeways of the Sioux and their neighbors. Treaties were made and broken. The U.S. military built forts deeper into tribal territory. Tensions simmered, and the Sioux knew they needed unity to survive. Uniting the Sioux. A visionary leader. Sitting Bull's leadership was rooted not just in martial skill, but in spiritual authority. He was a Wichasha Wakan, a holy man, whose visions shaped the destiny of his people. Charismatic and wise, he spoke with conviction about the necessity of standing together. Under his guidance, the Sioux forged alliances with other tribes, including the Cheyenne and Arapaho, in what became the last great resistance of the Plains nations. His vision, famously foretelling a great victory over the whites, became a rallying cry. He inspired his people to hold fast to their traditions, even as the world around them changed at a dizzying pace. The Great Sioux Wars and Little Bighorn. Throughout the 1860s and 1870s, Sitting Bull led his people in skirmishes and battles against the U.S. military. The conflict reached its zenith in the summer of 1876. As gold seekers flooded into the sacred Black Hills, violating the Fort Laramie Treaty, the Sioux and their allies gathered in unprecedented numbers along the Little Bighorn River. On June 25, 1876, General George Armstrong Custer and his 7th Cavalry launched an attack on what they believed was a small Indian village. Instead, they faced a unified force of thousands, led in spirit and strategy by Sitting Bull and his war chiefs, including Crazy Horse and Gall. The result was swift and shocking. Custer and more than 200 soldiers were killed in what came to be known as Custer's last stand. Sitting Bull refused to yield. Rather than accept reservation life, he led his people north to Canada, seeking refuge with the Wood Mountain Cree. There, for 4 years, he held out against hunger and hardship, refusing to sign away his people's freedom. But starvation and isolation eventually forced his return to the United States in 1881, where he was held as a prisoner of war before finally being allowed to settle on the Standing Rock Reservation. In 1885, Sitting Bull joined Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West show, traveling the country as a living symbol of the vanishing frontier. He met presidents and dazzled crowds, but always carried with him a deep sorrow for his lost homeland and broken people. The final tragedy. Sitting Bull's fame made U.S. authorities uneasy, especially as a new spiritual movement, the Ghost Dance, swept across the plains, promising the restoration of lost lands and the coming of a better world. Fearing he might use his influence to ignite an uprising, Indian police were sent to arrest him at his cabin on December 15, 1890. During the chaotic confrontation, Sitting Bull was shot and killed. The loss sent shockwaves through Native communities, foreshadowing the massacre at Wounded Knee just weeks later. Legacy of an icon. Today, Sitting Bull stands as one of the most revered figures in Native American history. His life was marked by struggle and sorrow, but also by moments of profound triumph and unity. He remains a symbol of resistance, wisdom, and the enduring spirit of the Sioux. His story reminds us that true leadership is about more than victory in battle. It is about vision, compassion, and the courage to stand for what is right, no matter the odds. On the vast plains where bison once thundered, the spirit of Sitting Bull endures, whispering to all who will listen. Stand together, remember who you are, and never surrender your hope.